Seasons change here in Georgia, and when seasons change, hunting season often changes. So the questions that we often hear from deer hunters, now that deer season's over, how do I properly store my deer rifle? From turkey hunters, now that turkey season's over, how do I store my shotgun? More generally, law-abiding citizens want to know, are there certain rules that we must follow in storing our firearms? Well, there is no one statute, no one law that requires you to store a firearm in a certain fashion in Georgia. There's no firearms storage law here in Georgia. There can be civil penalties and criminal penalties if you fail to properly secure and store a firearm, and that firearm is then used and damage or death results. Let's talk about criminal first. Let's say you have kids under the age of 18 in your home and you improperly store a pistol or a handgun. If you do so, you may be charged with furnishing a pistol to someone under the age of 18. Official Code of Georgia 16-11-101 makes it a crime when you intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly furnish a pistol or revolver to someone under the age of 18. Now, intentionally and knowingly we could do something about. Recklessly, however, that could be something as simple as failing to secure the case or the locked storage compartment where you might keep your pistol. Failure to properly secure a pistol and then allowing, by your failure, someone under the age of 18 to access that firearm could result in criminal charges, both for you and for the child, juvenile charges potentially. More generally, reckless conduct is also a charge that might be used in this type of situation. Official Code of Georgia annotated 16-5-60 is called reckless conduct, and it is a crime when you, by consciously disregarding a substantial and unjustifiable risk that your act or omission to act, in this case you would be failing to properly store a firearm, that would be an omission of an act, cause harm or endanger the safety of another person. In other words, if you fail to properly store your rifle or shotgun or handgun, and your failure to properly store it results in bodily harm or danger to another person, you yourself could be charged with reckless conduct. Now, those are the criminal penalties. Let's talk about civil penalties for just a moment. You could be charged with negligence. You have a duty to store your firearm securely. A failure to properly observe that duty could find you in the hot seat civilly if you are sued, for instance, for negligence. If your failure to properly secure that firearm is found to be negligent, then in fact a jury could find that you were negligent and in fact award damages to any potential victims. So while there are no absolute laws in Georgia requiring you to store firearms in a certain fashion, there are laws that come into play if you do not do so, and your failure to properly store your firearm causes injury or damage to other persons or to property.